Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all you stylists from the break room. Last week, we were having fun with John, and we were talking about how he just loves to do all these little knick-knacky things that don't make any sense whatsoever. So we had to put him in his place a couple of times. And I kind of felt bad, and a lot of you felt bad, and you wanted him to have his moment in the sun. So this week,
Whoa, stop right now. Stop right now. Feel bad. You've never felt bad about anything in your life, first off, number one, okay? Because that would involve having a conscience.
I am consciously right now giving you an opportunity to redeem yourself.
Redeem myself. I see how this is now. Okay. Well, what we did, here's the truth, not Eddie's convoluted angle on everything. We're going to complain today. Today is complaint day.
And who better than to have on than my best co-host ever, Johnny Boy.
We're gonna talk about some situations, some things. It's kind of a little bit of event day, but also, if you really notice as we go through this, it's also poking fun at the way we all are. If you really look at the underneath of everything, and we're gonna kick it off right, because with all of our favorite things, all of us complain about, we're gonna kick it off with clients.
Which is interesting because we're teaching classes and then stylists come up to us, they're like, "You guys are still behind the chair." Yeah. You guys always have fun and always say positive things and you like your clients and they never, like, you never have any of the grievances or the problems that we have with our clients. I'm like, "No, yeah, we do. We just, I don't know." I tell them shut up, but I've built that environment to be able to say that, Right. But I still get crazy crap that happens, like Thursday. She's like, "Oh, I'll wash my hair for you." It's like, yeah, when? Like, this week doesn't count as I wash my freaking hair. If you wash your hair before you came, then your hair should be dry or semi-wet, or damp or something. Not, "Oh, I washed my hair because I knew I was coming in to see you this week." So that's one of my freaking. I'll start it off just with that. Well, I washed my hair. I knew I was coming to see you, or the opposite, because I knew I was coming to see you. I haven't washed my hair in a month. I'm exaggerating, but a couple of days.
And there's 5 pounds of product in the hair, and believe it or not, me being infinitely older than you are, I still have a couple of clients that tease their hair.
Oh yeah, sure.
And to try and get all of that out, and it's crazy. But and I'll do you one better with the washing of the hair. Here where we are in Chicago, it has been below zero for like a month. Yeah. I mean, we finally had a break in the weather this weekend, but it's been below freezing. And I've had clients, "Oh, I pre-shampooed my hair." They come in and it is frozen. Now the ends may have when it hit the warm air, but they're actually, the hair is like stiff. What? They can't be comfortable. Number one, are they not putting the heat on in their car?
You want something for frozen? So you were talking about teasing, okay, right? You ever teach your client to crimp their hair to help them tease better?
No.
You never done that, bro?
Well, I've done it, but I don't teach them that. Oh my God.
Oh, I teach that. Oh, yeah. You take a section, you lift it straight up, you hit it with the crimper, you get a nice crimp in there. It'll help you be able to tease.
And then better. You build a base with it. Yeah, I get that, but
base, right? Try having that be frozen.
Ooh.
Try trying to brush that out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, see, anytime that I start detangling hair like that, I always go back to I forget which show it was. Was it New York that you and I were doing, or was it Chicago? I can't remember which one it was. Where with the girl back in the model area in tears, and she had this like 12-inch softball matted up on the back of her head.
Oh yeah.
Do you? I forget what show. Anyway, what show? It doesn't matter. But there was this girl. She had flat-styled hair, and they had shampooed it incorrectly, and she had this 12-inch softball on the back of her head, and she's crying, and they just kind of left her.
They left her because they gave up after an hour and a half. So what they had done was they had taken her hair was long. They had taken her hair, balled it up because it was like pooling into the drain, and it wasn't letting the shampoo, like the water in the bowl run. So they had taken her hair, balled it all up, put it on, and used the bottom of her hair to scrub the top of her hair. And after an hour and a half of them trying to poke at it and trying to get into it, they just gave up. And they're like, yeah, your contract's done. We're just not going to use you. Go away.
So I remember because then we took her into our model room and we went to work. And then we had the two assistants that were there helping with us when we had to go out and do presentations. And it was like, but I remember, I always go back to that, you and me, and slowly just detangling that hair.
So what is that called when you inherit all the stray cats?
Oh, my clientele.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Like, why? It's like, we have our own show. We have our own stage to do. We have our own freaking thing going on. And then here's one of the assistants. Hey, John, Eddie, we found this model over here. She was crying. You guys got to do something for her. She's not our model. It's like, yeah, but you have a heart. Like, since when? Everybody tells me I'm cold-hearted all the time. What? Where? Why? You know what? Sit down. Come here. Would you like a hot beverage and a cookie?
Right.
Would you like a cocoa? Just let me start brushing your hair.
I mean, but once again, I think that, we all like to, as stylists, we have the clients, we have our special clients. They're all, we have the ones where, and we always talk about this, where you see her name on your book, and usually she's your last appointment. So all day you've got this in the back of your head that this client's coming in, and you just know what it's gonna be. You have Susan, I have Roberta. And when I see Roberta's name, my heart sinks. And there is a list of things that I have to do to prepare for her. But you know what? On the other side of that is she has been nothing for almost 30 years but loyal. Anything I say, she pretty much goes with as far as her hair. And actually, I dread doing her hair, but by the time I'm done with her, I'm like, I always go, wow, maybe this wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? I think what it is it's Stockholm syndrome. You start identifying with your captors. But it's amazing. It's amazing to me that you can let the way we let one person inside our head, and the rest, and your whole day is dictated by that one person.
I know that one, man. I'm dealing with that one. I'm dealing with one right now. I color her hair. It covers. It's covering. But then every freaking time I see her, there was one strand out of the 100,000 strands on her head. And it's always the one right there in her widow's peak in the front. But the confusing part to me is it's not there. It's like she's just complaining for the sake of complaining. Like, God forbid she can say she likes it. I don't know.
Right.
Like, it's covered. So there was another one, her sideburn, like she kind of had sideburns. And like the hair at her sideburns would always start like a week later.
Right.
Like, that's new growth. That's not the color washed off. That's new growth. Drive me crazy, man.
Right. I have one where she does not have, at one point she had probably dry, flaky scalp. Okay. So they had her use T-gel shampoo. So now she never wants to see flakes on her shoulder or anything ever again. So she consistently uses T-gel shampoo.
Ooh, even when she doesn't need it no more.
Yeah. And it's very alkaline. So, and I walked that fine line because then I started to try and compensate for that. So I dropped her like a level and a half, her gray coverage. I went like a level and a half darker, knowing that she was going to use T-gel and it would lighten up, and I was hoping that we'd hit like around the target color, right? And every time she comes in, she's got a freaking band, from the T-gel shampoo. Yeah, I love her. I love her to death.
Okay.
And also, that brings to mind another complaint that I used to have with a client: the color enhancing shampoos. Okay, a bunch of the over the counter lines now have color enhancing shampoos.
So I have shampoos. What are they?
There's pigment in the shampoos.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and there's one line. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's called the conditioner, or the shampoo is called Goldenrod, and she is a highlight blonde.
How brassy is it?
Picture the color of a yellow daisy.
And then she comes in and she's like, I don't know what's going on, but my hair.
Like, my color didn't hold. I love, and there's part of you, and I'm sure everybody watching completely relates to this. There is that one half of you that just wants to scream at them. And then there's the professional half of you and you really got to take the screaming Mimi that's on this side of your head and kind of sit on it for a minute and go professional with them. And, had to do a little color cleansing on her and stuff like that. But some of those pigments are pretty tough on those color enhancing shampoos. So we got it all straightened out. And now, as kind of to keep this side of my head happy, I kind of poke her a little bit every now and then about looking like a daisy.
That's awesome.
But if you build that rapport with your clients, you can get away with that, like you were talking about.
That's the whole thing. They want, people want attention. At the end of the day, the attention is going to come. Where is it going to come from is the problem. Like, my joke that I tell you with Carmelina all the time. I always invite her first. I always give her first choice. Like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, It's going to happen. With or without you, it's going to happen. Right? So the attention has got to come from somewhere. So are you going to go hang out with your friends? You're going to go with your loved ones? You're going to go to your stylist? You're going to go, I don't know, with the strangers? Like, you're going to go out and about and do it socially? However you're going to go get your attention, it's going to happen, right? That's what it comes down to. That's where it comes from. So these are little minor grievances. I mean, they're annoying at best. It's not like we're pissed off over here. And I'm like, oh man, to hell with you. You're canceled.
No.
It's just these little annoyances. Now, I know you on the other hand annoy me sometimes. Because
go on.
We'll sit there and do a recommendation to a client about a product, and then you'll tell them to go on Amazon to buy it. Because they can find it.
Okay, yeah, you're right, I will. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do.
You love pulling up your phone and pulling up Amazon.
Are you kidding? Amazon is the biggest tile on my phone, so my fat fingers can hit it. Absolutely, for my clients. Because why should my clients be helping me and my small business out when they could be helping Jeff Bezos build another rocket ship that looks like something you buy at Lover's Lane? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Why, Eddie? Gosh, I didn't know you were that observant.
Well, mine is I have a client, she'll order like 6 cans of spray at a time because she's a nervous wreck that they're going to go out of business or like the products are going to get discontinued. So I have the opposite of you. You have somebody who's not buying. I have somebody who won't stop buying. I got called from the manufacturer because like the order increasing of that particular SKU shot up like 1,000% or whatever the hell it was for the quarter. They literally called me up and said, what is going on with this? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, it's not me. I have a psychotic client. Like, she just doesn't understand. I've tried to have an intervention with her. I even told her, like, you need some Jesus in your life. She's like, nah, I need some of this can of spray in my life. And while we're talking, while I got you on the phone, order me another 6 of them. And I'm going, woman, I'm in trouble. Like, you're getting me in trouble over here. You're ordering way too many.
When I call into HTB to do my order, I have a client that's just like that, but she's like that with Xenogen, with the shampoo and conditioner. Okay. She doesn't ever want to be running out, and so anytime I call in and talk to Cindy to put my order in, Cindy's like, how many Revolve do you need? Because she knows I'm ordering it every 2 weeks for her because my client does not want to run out. And she's all mad. She's like, I've looked everywhere. I went to the website. They should make this in liters. I'm like, Xenogen in liters. How much would that be? First of all, it's a 3-month supply. One bottle is a 3-month supply. For it to come into a liter, that would be 15. That would be 15 months supply. Right. This is what I'm thinking. But anyway, and she's like, that would be 15 months supply. Gee, oh my, wow. But and to counterpoint you and your Amazon, actually, she was sitting in my chair. She went on Amazon to see if she could get Xenogen, and it was actually more expensive than what I charge for Amazon for Xenogen. Yeah. And I looked at her and I said, and you get to take it home right now. It gets to go with you. You can cuddle with it while your husband drives you home. That and the phone, the mousse, the Xenogen mousse. She can't do with it. She needs to know she has at least 2 backup. I have one of those too. But other things, like I help my clients order at home hair color on Amazon. Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I know. You love your Amazon. Just in case I'm not available, they can do it. Yeah, I hate you. Yeah. All right. What about when you get hit with, this is what I get hit with often. First of all, no, I'll save that for a moment. I'll sit there. They'll say, I want my hair pressed out, like flat ironed, right? So I cheat a little bit and I half-ass the blow dry because I'm gonna press them out with the flat iron. Right. Now I know I should properly go in and do the blow dry because that'll just make my flat ironing that much easier, but I hate blow drying. I hate round brushing and I just don't want to do it, So I'll half-ass it. And then halfway through the flat iron, she'll change her mind and she'll say, oh, I want volume, which is the blow dry. Yeah, exactly. There is not enough ways you can press straight up 90 off their head to try to build some volume with a flat iron, man. So what do? You bring out a stool so you can stand 3 feet and then hit it. Then you hit it with the spray. That's why you need the cases of spray. Like we used to do it. You just start shellacking the roots. There you go. Here's your volume. There you go. It's so bad. Oh my God. So it's like they just, they just can't make up their mind. They want it smooth. They want it volume. They want it big. They want it, flat. It's like, which one? Which one? Just please. See, I prefer one of my favorite Eddie moments is on the short when we worked together for a little while, watching you hand the client the round brush and the blow dryer and go, style your hair. I want to know how you do it at home.
Yeah, I'm doing a public service.
That's one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen. And they go, okay. And Eddie's just standing there, and he's got this look on his face, like the cat that just ate the canary. You know,
hey, I give them tips. I don't just
and I love it because you will interject every now. No, hold it this way, something like that. And then, guys, here's the best part: he charges them for it.
It's a service. I'm providing a service.
I just keep waiting for him to hand him a bowl and brush. Here, show me how you highlight your hair.
All right, fine. Then since we're confessing, I've seen clients trying to tell you something, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'd love to talk to you, but my next appointment's about to be here. I need to get ready for them.
Absolutely.
Just go hide in the back.
Is it wrong?
I mean,
no, and you got to use the proper terminology with that. You know what? Let's do it this way. Either let's book a consultation appointment, or I'll book a little extra time with your next appointment so we can talk about this. And your favorite term, like you've told me a bunch of times actually, we'll just put a pin in it for now.
That's kind of my way of saying, you know what? I have no idea where this conversation's going. You know, we got other things to talk about right now.
So, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, how funny is it though? But what a bunch of goofballs we truly are, because there are clients where we just don't want to entertain anything new with them. You know, until it's their next appointment. Your appointment's over. You know, like you know, you're like a therapist, and you know you run out of time with your therapist.
Oh yeah. You have your breakthrough. All right, that's a great breakthrough, and time's up. We'll continue this next week. You know,
we'll
now go cry by yourself on the ride home.
Yeah. Take some extra tissues. Yeah, come on.
It's just coincidentally that time always, right?
So, and I'm going to segue into something else because
negative 26 degrees.
What's that?
We're getting a good evening from a sunny but cold Sweden. Wait, Sweden, is that Celsius? Is that negative 26 Celsius, or did you convert it for us to Fahrenheit, negative 26? Because negative 26 Celsius would be freaking, I don't know, negative 100 degrees.
Oh, I can't.
I don't know the conversion. I'm not good at the conversion.
Me either.
Regardless, negative 26, man. That's rough.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough.
Woo.
No,
talk about frozen hair.
Negative 50 something is what it would be. Yeah, negative 26 Celsius. Come on, I'm gonna Google's. Keep talking for a second.
I'm gonna Google. That took me completely off my thought process. Wow, negative 26. Yikes. Talk about frozen hair, man. Come on. Could you imagine not completing your blow dry that day?
No, I'm backwards. I was going the wrong way. It's negative 15. Why did I think it would be colder?
That's Chicago weather. And with 20-mile-an-hour winds.
I don't believe this math, but it is the right math. You know what? Oi. Yeah, we've had that. We've had that the past 2 weeks. We know that cold. We know that coldness.
So I'm gonna segue
like that. Did you feel like you don't want to sit there and style the hair because you know it's so cold? They're just gonna put a hat on, or they're just gonna bundle up anyways, right?
Yeah, but you got to dry it. You got to dry it because your favorite pet peeve. Your favorite pet peeve is you've got to seal the hair down, especially after you color it.
Yes, but do you ever convince your client that it's not worth styling the hair nicely? You just got to get it dry enough, and they shouldn't go out tonight, and they shouldn't do anything.
I wish right now I am wishing that we were not we are not a for everyone podcast, because there are a couple of moments.
Confessing. This is not even grievance anymore. This is full on confession. You're gonna do the Hail Marys 20 freaking thousand times to make up for this.
Well, we'll see after this episode if we even come back. We still have this platform anymore. But here, I'm going to segue into something that a pet peeve and a bitch that I have, and especially because it's kind of the other part of what you and I do, is we as stylists thinking that we know everything and that we don't need education. I'm just going to get my hours so I can keep my license. And we see them, and you and I pick on them a lot when we do classes. The ones that sit in the back of the room and they're like.
So you're talking about stylists being our clients for our education that we do. You're not just talking about behind the chair.
Right. I'm not talking about behind the chair. We're segueing. We're going to segue into stylists.
Are we allowed to talk about our fellow brothers and sisters in arms over here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if we can't poke fun at ourselves and each other, then we got problems.
All right, fine. Then if that's the case, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. Okay. Don't freaking walk in with your client. Don't walk in and start styling your hair while your client's in the shampoo bowl. Okay. I can't stand it when a stylist comes to me and is like, can you touch me up real quick? I'm like, are you not in the middle? Is your client not processing right now? I'm like, oh yeah, she's cool. I know her. I'll just blow dry her hair while I'm processing. Like, apply me while she's processing. And then while I'm processing, I'll go shampoo her and blow dry her and cut her hair and everything.
See, that makes me crazy. That used to make me crazy. Where I would see one of my fellow stylists with either foils in their head or color on their hair, and them shampooing or working on a client. What? How unperfect? What?
Then again, if the client, but then if the client's cool, and if the client doesn't care, why do you care?
No, because it's all about the look. It's all about the look.
Okay, but if that's the look, if that camaraderie, if that connecting thing is the thing, and the client's all about it.
All right. I'll give. Here's what I'm going to say to you. Because, and you and I were trained around the same principles. Is that a good word? We were beaten by family members in the business. That stuff would have never flew back in the day. You came in, you looked professional, you had an image you had to uphold. Okay, and maybe that's problems that I can be very old school. I mean, we were emptying ashtrays into a mason jar to add shampoo to get the color stains off people's heads. And that's
fine. I know.
Since we're completely going sideways on this. Okay, you got me ramped up. Are you happy? Are you happy now? You got me ramped up. Okay, guys, everybody out there, I don't want to hear, and we hear it all the time when we teach classes, work-life balance. I gotta play as hard as I work.
Oh, work-life balance. Okay, I didn't understood what you said. Work-life balance.
Okay, look, young stylists, here's what you do. You bust your tail for a couple years. You work hard. You come in when the salon opens. You leave when the salon closes. You help. You do everything you possibly can do. Then you get your chair. When you build your clientele, when you are making, well, what did we figure it out? It was $57 an hour to be $100,000 stylist.
Oh, 58 and some change. Yeah.
50. When you are doing that, guess what? When you're making $100,000, then you get your work-life balance. Then you can tailor. Then you can tailor your work-life balance.
What kind of liar are you right now? What kind of
this coming from, by the way, guys, this coming from the guy who at 60 years old is still working 12-hour days.
Look, this is how you get work-life balance. You move into the salon.
You stack up towels and sleep in the shampoo bowl.
I mean, build the back room and convert it into kitchen. Your station is also your vanity, yeah. Your shampoo bowl should have like a little partition thing that goes around it to convert it into a stand-up shower. And
no, you don't even need that with the head spot, the portable head spot thing that we've been playing with.
Done. Boom. Genius, mind blown moment over here, right? You turn your waiting room, you put a TV up and a sofa instead of a couple of chairs and a coffee table. You put a full-blown sofa up in there with the TV, and now you have yourself a living room / waiting space. Like a sitting room, like a proper sitting room, right? I think it works.
There's balance. And then, and if I'm Eddie, where do I put my computer? Because you can't live without your computer, and especially now that your computer's attached to your phone, and you don't know which one is which anymore.
I don't even know which one's controlling which anymore. I'm having so many technical. If anybody knows is something good with computers, please, I need a help, man. You know what? Then you convert one of the corners wherever the coffee bar. No, yeah. Because you're going to turn the back room into the kitchen, then wherever the coffee bar was, you make that a stand-up workstation. Yeah. You set it up your computer.
And then you never leave the salon.
Why are salon station mirrors 6 feet long or tall or wide? Why do they have to be like 4 foot wide and 6 feet tall? Why can't the mirror just be like eye level height enough, or maybe some little bit extra so you can kind of see? And then from there, you could just put monitors all across the top, and we can look like hackers.
No, well, you know why is because you need more room, because you're standing, and when your next client comes in, you got to be able to see her to acknowledge her and tell her, go get a cup of coffee, have a sit down, go to the bathroom. I'll be with you in a couple of minutes. That's why you need the big mirror.
When somebody's running late and they say they were held up in the traffic,
and they have a hot Starbucks in their hand.
And that was like the Starbucks, like the drive-through was backed up. Like, that's not traffic. Why? What? How? Why? Because I've been sitting waiting, and I'm looking out the window. There ain't not one freaking car on the road. And you're
like the kid waiting for his parents to come home. You're like steaming up the window. You're like
writing help across the freaking window, with my steam breath, in the negative 26 in Sweden, man. It's like trying to just stay warm, and here she comes in. Oh yeah, traffic was terrible. And then it takes them 15 minutes to undress because they got 30 layers on. Then they sit. If you have to go to the bathroom, why do you sit down in the styling chair first? I spin the chair, or like I spin the chair open to get them to sit. I spin it around. I get them all tucked in and everything. I drape them. I go to grab my brush to start combing through, and they're taking the cape off. Now they got to go to the bathroom. What happened to go before you leave the house, or go when you get there immediately? What happened? It's weird.
Because they were running late. They stood in line at the Starbucks for a long time.
It's like, I can't. It's so bad. And then it's even worse because it's so kind. They bring you one. And like, here, I got your favorite drink. It's like, I need to be mad at you right now. Why are you bringing me the what is that called? Like
pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, like you're bribing me right now. Like.
And I know you're a pumpkin spice guy.
A pumpkin spice. Yeah, what's with the weirdo flavors? What are we doing here?
Look, we're hairdressers. Our coffee needs to be coffee flavored, double strength, and there are those of us that need those members that need the extra sugar. But other than that, hot and bitter like we are.
Just it's wild. It's wild. Yeah, don't do the crazy flavors, And then it's like you get like the tiniest shot glass of it, or they bring you this ginormous jumbo, it's like a Slurpee cup from 7-Eleven. It's like 64-ounce mega supersized. I'm going, ain't no kind of way in this world. Halfway through the service, they're going, hey, you ain't barely touched your drink. I'm like, I need two hands.
You need like one of those football helmets with the cup holders on the side with the straw.
Use two hands. And it's like, it's so cute. I adore you for freaking bringing this in. Thank you. But it's no.
And once again, just a caveat, not sounding ungrateful for clients that actually think about us and do things like that. We're not being ungrateful about that. We're kind of poking fun a little bit. Plus, also, they bring you something to drink, and you've been holding your pee for the last 2 hours because you've got you're stacked up and you can't even go to the bathroom. I mean, it's so funny. And then, of course, they're like, oh, you're not drinking it. So you have to take a couple cursory sips, and then your bladder starts screaming at you.
Dude, you're sitting there doing their hair. You're like, oh, you're really getting down with this song. Like, oh, there was a song playing. I didn't even know there was a song playing right now. It's like, I just, it's
because you're doing the mind over matter thing. Don't pee, don't pee, don't pee, don't pee, don't pee.
Oh man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you.
Oh, we do, and then once again, not to be ungrateful whatsoever, and I'll throw the caveat in there again is our clients very grateful for the clientele that I have, and I'm sure each and every one of you guys are too. But you do need to poke fun every now and then.
Look, man, we've been laughing nonstop. This isn't even a bitch fest. This is just straight up. I don't even understand. I don't understand it. It doesn't. How you say like something bothers you, but it really doesn't bother you. Like it bothers you in the moment, but it's not such a thing where you're like, I
think once you get to a stage in what we do, all of us in what we do, I think you get to that stage where you realize you can't sweat the small stuff, and a lot of it, 90% of it is small stuff. And you just kind of got to let it roll off your back. And here I am. Let's get this done. And you service your client to the best of your ability. And that's how you build,
Okay, I got a question for you.
Okay, let's go.
So the shop that I'm at.
Uh-huh.
It drives her crazy when a client is late and I don't call to be like, where are you at?
Why? Why would you do that?
I don't. I personally don't. I don't care if somebody is running late. I don't even care if somebody's a no-show. The only thing I care is that the client is okay and they didn't, God forbid, they didn't freaking crash and die or something,
Right.
But it's like, okay, life happened and you forgot to come in to see me. That sucks. It hurts, obviously, but freaking well, like, what are you going to do about it? Right. You got to figure it out.
Well, let me play this scenario.
Her mental. It doesn't. And then it makes her even more mental that it doesn't make me mental. Does that make sense?
I know what you know that I know that you know that I know.
Yeah, one of those. It's like one of those situations.
Well, what it is, I mean, and once again, you as an owner, as a salon owner, you're looking at each and every one of your chairs generating X amount every hour, correct? That's kind of part of, okay. And so when that chair isn't generating money, as a salon owner, you're looking at it as, you're not earning money. You're not, your business isn't okay. So, but the other side of that, like you said, is as long as the client's okay. But see, I don't hound my clients. I agree with you. Life happens. But let's throw in there, then we have the habitual ones.
That no-show?
That no-show. You have your habitual.
They'll never, nothing bad will never happen to them. They're going to outlive all of us.
But so you have your habitual ones that eventually you do have to have that conversation with them.
Won't matter.
But see, my favorite is because a lot of my booking is done being an independent. My booking is done online. And so where I'll have, and we won't mention any names, but she used to be one of your clients, where she'll book, she'll start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then next thing I know, she's moved to 11 o'clock. Then she's moved to 12 o'clock. Then she's moved to 3 o'clock. Boom, boom, And finally, I had to have the conversation with her, going, you're taking up time in my book that someone maybe wanted to book there. And then 20 minutes later, you're moving out of there. You can't do this to me. You're killing me. But to call someone, okay, so you call Susie, and Susie's like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Well, it's 15 minutes out of the appointment time already, right?
Okay.
By the time she gets in the car, gets to you, she's 40 minutes late. How much time is left in the appointment time?
But it's Susie. I like Susie.
Okay.
So I'll just run late.
Okay.
And take up somebody else's time.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, that's how you choose to run your business. That is not how a certain person, a certain normal person.
No. Run their operating word. I like Susie. Therefore, it's okay.
What if Susie was someone you didn't really care for?
If it was Susan, it'd be a different story. But Susie is cool. Okay. Now, on the opposite side to that. Okay, you bring up a good point. If you're the shop owner, then empty chair is costing business. Why does the owner then equally get frustrated with me when I double book? You know the owner of the shop, so
I love her. I think she's great.
No, she is great. She's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic.
I've been threatening to come work right next to you for a long time.
And she's been telling you to come over forever. So
we would give her a heart attack.
That's why I keep telling you to come over. It'd just be funny to watch her head explode. But that's the whole thing. She, as much as it drives her crazy that I don't get worked up that somebody's a no-show, she equally gets worked up when I double book myself.
Why?
I don't know. Because, okay, Saturday, for example, I had 2 clients that came in back to back, and each one of them had hair to the small of their back.
Ugh.
Yeah, a lot of hair. A lot of hair. I usually have a general rule of I don't deal with that long length of a hair just because I don't want to.
I know that. I've seen you tell girls, I'm not touching her until you cut it to see where the back of the chair hits your back. That's where I want it.
Well past the back. It's to the middle of the back of the chair. That's how far down it is, right? But I like both of them. I think they're cool ladies. I like them. So I do it. Now, usually I never, it's just coincidental that they got booked up back to back. So I was running late on the first one. The second one came in early. She's usually on time, but she came early and I was running late on the first one. I told her to come over and sit down right next to me. And I introduced the 2 of them to each other and I had them start talking to each other. And the way I got them to break the ice was I started making fun of both of them for having long exceptionally long hair that normally is just not right. And usually, and I even told them, I even confessed, like, it's just coincidence that the two of you's appointment is back to back on top of each other. You know, it's just, I'm screwed today. Like, because of the two of you's, my day shot. They were appointment 1 and appointment 2 right off the bat in the first thing in the morning.
But was it shot though? Really? Because
yes.
you introduced the two of them, you serviced the both of them, you serviced the rest of your clients. Did everybody walk out pissed off?
Oh no, they didn't, but everybody else after them was pissed. Yeah, because I was really behind schedule for the rest of the day.
Okay, I can't even make sunshine out of that statement, because all of us have been in the hole like that, and it just snowballs after that.
So then when a client says to you, how come you could have had the courtesy to call me to let me know that you were running late? You've had clients say that to you?
I've had a client say that to me, yeah.
What is your response to that?
I was like, you know what? I just look so forward to seeing you that I didn't want you to cancel.
What? Did that even work? How? In what universe did that even work?
Yeah. I you know what? I would have made a joke out of it, and I would have been like, you know what? I didn't, as you can see, I haven't stopped moving since you got here. I didn't even have a chance to pick up the phone and call you. I apologize. I'm sorry. But I also don't want you to cancel your appointment because I really want to see you.
Okay. If we're making fun of fellow hairdressers,
that
is a bad one. I used to be a stylist. Like, your client sitting in your chair goes, I used to be a stylist.
So then why are you giving me a hard time? You know what this is all about.
Or my cousin or my aunt, you know, my family member, my friend.
My roommate's sister's cousin is works for, whatever. Oh, okay.
The name dropping. The name dropping.
Oh, I love name dropping. I always go, oh, are they still in business?
That's a bad one.
Everybody was a hairdresser at one point in time. That's my favorite. The clients that say, I went to beauty school. Oh, yeah? In 1980, what?
Hey, man, the 80s year is coming back, so they're relevant.
God, we could spend 3 hours on this subject alone. I used to be a hairdresser.
I knew exactly what's going to get you going.
Yeah, because you know how I get with this. I used to be a hairdresser. Okay, that's great. All right, I used to be a baby, and I don't, and I don't poop in my pants anymore.
To be a baby. You used to be a baby?
I'm just a giant baby, if you ask my wife. But all right, I used to be an embryo. I'm not anymore. Okay, come on. Well, how do you respond to that when people go, "Oh, I used to be a hairdresser"? Do it this way. Do it this way.
Okay. I have the yes rule to everything. I've told you the yes rule to everything. So
yeah.
For those of you that don't know, I go along with anything anybody says. And one of my favorite things to do is to one-up it with the most insane off-the-wall thing I can possibly come up with. Okay. So anytime somebody says, I used to be a hairdresser, I'll say to them, I used to be one too. Or, I'll still do this to this day. You've seen me do this. Somebody will show me a picture of something and I'll do the consultation with them. And then I'll explain everything that we're going to do and they'll agree and everything. I'll be like, okay, look, I'm just going to go in the back, mix up your color, watch a YouTube real quick, figure out how to do this. I'll be right back. And I'll just walk away. Like, I won't even give them a chance to respond. They'll get the reaction like, wait, what? It's always, yeah, okay. And then they'll be like, wait, what? But I'm already start walking, you know? Or when you and I have been at restaurants, you'll see, you know, the waitress will come over and be like, how was your meal? How was everything? I'll be like, oh, it was terrible. Thank you so much. And she'll be like, oh, okay, good. Thank you. And then they'll start walking, and then they'll turn around and be like, wait, what? That pattern interrupt is so powerful. It's so powerful. You have to control the crazy. You can't stop the crazy. Crazy's going to happen.
No. See, I tell them I'm going to spin the wheel of color, and that's what they're getting.
Wheel of fish. What's in the box?
That, or I go, you know, I've got some extra tubes of color that I haven't used in a while. We're just going to use those today. It's okay.
Do you have the fun tray?
The fun tray.
The fun tray.
What's that?
The leftover tubes of color that don't fit in the slots anymore, and there's nowhere else to storage them because there's no box for them anymore. Some of them are half rolled, some of them are half crimped. You know,
actually, in my cabinet, which is right behind my chair, I open it up and I have some curtain rods that the compression curtain rods that I have them hung over. So I just point to them. Okay. I'm like, these are what we're using today. It's gonna be fun. They're like, wait, okay, and then they go, wait, what? Yeah.
All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
3N and 8 beige. Okay. 3N, 8 beige.
Equal parts?
What level is that?
Equal parts, you're saying?
Equal parts. Is that not a level 5? Equal parts?
Yes. Ish,
right?
I would call it probably a 5.5.
So the stylist comes in and she goes, you know, because I taught her if you go back and forth, you know, but then she's going 3 is way too dark and 8 is way too light. That's too extreme. You can't mix those two together. She goes, you're lucky if you get a 4 out of that. I'm going, it's chemistry, it's science. She goes, nope, not going to work. Like the doubt. So when stylists doubt me and when clients doubt me after I've just explained with facts or with reason, like I make a reasonable effort to explain something. And then I get I don't know. It's like, okay, you know what? Why am I doing what am I doing? Why do I exist? What is the hitchhiker's thing? What is the secret to life, or what is the answer to, you know? I'm just gonna start
right
from now on. That's it. It just
right. I get it. So I guess to wrap our little complaint fest up, guys, we have a great career. It's awesome what we do. You gotta have some sense of humor with the whole thing. You gotta learn to laugh at yourself and laugh at your clients when you're in the back room, not in their face. And really, really, really appreciate everything that we've got, because it is a great industry that we're involved in.
It's a great industry. I think what a lot of stylists don't understand, or a lot of clients don't understand. No, you know what? And stylists too, because we have dual purpose. We educate and we work behind the chair. We're seeing a lot of people a day. We're seeing a lot of people a week. And the one client that gave me, like, I have PTSD from this. She goes, you write down my color formula? I go, yeah. She goes, do you track my haircut style? I go, yeah, I do actually. She goes, why can't you make a note which side my part is on? Why do you always get it wrong and you always have to ask me every single time? It's like, you can remember my kid's name, you know my husband's name, you know my whole life story. Yeah. Why can't you remember which side is my part? I got nothing. I've got nothing. Okay.
I had that happen the other day.
So you know what? Please understand why. I don't know. I don't know why nobody can ever read. Like, there's not one stylist out there that can remember the client's part. But now every time she comes in, I'm sweating bullets because I have written down that her part goes this way. But as soon as she sits in my chair, freaking blank. Okay. I'm staring at the card. It's right in front of my face. I still blank, nothing. I don't know. I don't know why. So we see a lot of people each day and every day. Why can I remember the finest details of all the things you confessed to me 5 years ago? I don't know why I can recall that to memory like this, but I can't remember why you like your bangs, whatever you want, or your part is whatever. I don't know. I don't know why our brains work in the squirrely way that it does. So please understand. That's all it is. Like my favorite thing that you say all the time, right? There's 2 wires in here. Sometimes it gets jiggled around and sometimes they connect. Most of the time they're just sparking at each other. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Every now and then they touch and I get an idea.
So please be patient.
Guys, I hope Eddie and I certainly hope that you guys were entertained by us just goofing around today. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you, especially our new friend in Sweden. Hopefully you stay warm.
Get a fire going, my friend.
And guys, if you like what we do, please visit htbbeauty.com. If you're in Illinois or close to Illinois, we teach classes, we have educational events, things like that. htbbeauty.com, and that really helps support what we got going on and keeps this going. And we really, really, really want you guys to make a difference one client at a time.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next week.
The SFTB podcast was not recorded in front of a live studio audience, so thanks for joining us for today's episode. If our hair topics made you smile, give us a thumbs up. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll read them while waiting for our caller to process. Share this video with your stylists and friends. It helps us make a difference, one strand at a time. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Because your hair deserves all the latest and greatest tips.